Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where the performance of Veltima fungicide could take your best results even farther. Tomorrow, midday, you'll hear the latest from Dusty and Sheldon Miller, and they'll be talking about the growing season, new wetlands, and tornadoes. It's a project of the Ohio Field Leader, a project of the Ohio Soybean Council, and Soybean Checkoff. On Thursday, heading to the Hancock County Fairgrounds, where they'll be hosting the Northwest Ohio Antique Machinery Steam Show, and it runs the 31st through August 3rd. And on Friday, we'll return to the Ohio State Fair for the Junior Market Hog Show, and we'll be there all thanks to Kalmbach Feeds. Well, the New York Mercantile Exchange oil futures ended higher Monday, lifted by easing demand concerns following progress in the U.S.-EU trade negotiations, while geopolitical tensions in Ukraine added upward pressure. Adding pressure to the oil futures, President Donald Trump said he would shorten the 50-day deadline previously given to Russian President Vladimir Putin to reach a ceasefire agreement, now calling for action within 10 to 12 days, citing the growing urgency to end the conflict. The New York MEX September West Texas Intermediate futures advanced $1.55 a barrel. The ICE September Brent futures gained $1.79. Traders will now watch today's slate of U.S. economic reports, including July consumer confidence and job openings, for further insight into fuel demand expectations ahead of the Federal Reserve's policy meeting set for today and tomorrow. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
It's a cooker over Ohio for the rest of this afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that forecast update. Well above normal temperatures and humidity values makes it feel like it's in the triple digits in a lot of areas. I do think that as we move into tomorrow, Thursday, we are looking at rain trying to build in. So that's going to keep sun at bay a little bit, in spots at least. And so that should ease our temperatures and our heat indices a bit. I think the biggest day for rain, though, is going to be Thursday when we have showers and thunderstorms moving through the entire state. Temperatures pull back a little bit more there. On rain, we can see anywhere from 1/4 to 1.5 inches over the next couple of days combined. Coverage 90%. And behind it, significantly cooler and less humid to finish the week and weekend. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. The U.S. Grain Council is encouraged to hear that a trade deal between the U.S. and European Union was announced by President Trump and the White House. The U.S. Department of Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins said the EU will purchase $750 billion in U.S. energy, including ethanol. Although the EU threatened 25% and 30% tariffs on U.S. corn and U.S. sorghum, respectively, early in the negotiations, reports also say the EU has agreed to zero tariffs on some ag products, but the EU has not provided a list of specific commodities at this point. While we are eager to see the details, the Council thanks President Trump, the USDA, and the USTR for continuing their tireless effort to bring about fair trade between the U.S. and the EU, said U.S. Grain Council President and CEO Ryan LeGrand. This deal promises to build upon long-established trade with our 8th largest grain in all forms trading partner, worth more than $1 billion in the 23-24 marketing year, and our 4th largest ethanol trading partner, valued at more than $320 million during the same period. Back with more after this.
When you're buying seed, there's more to a transaction than money. You're exchanging time and trust, hoping each decision adds up at harvest. Seed consultant sales professionals don't take that lightly. With products made to excel in the Eastern Corn Belt and agronomic knowledge that stands up to the test, we're all about the same things you are: reliability and results. Buy into a better seed experience. Visit seedconsultants.com to view our corn and soybean lineup.
Time now for the Midday Market Analysis, provided by Leist Mercantile and sponsored by Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years.
This is Doug Tenney with Leist Mercantile, providing your USDA weekly crop progress report as of the week ending July the 27th. The national corn good and excellent 73%, 70% silked, and 26% entering the dough phase. In Ohio, the corn good and excellent was 62, 65% of crop silking, and 20% entering the dough phase. Nationally on soybeans, the good and excellent was up 2 points to 70% good and excellent, 76% bloom, and 41% setting pods. In Ohio, the good and excellent was at 58%, 75% of the crop blooming, and 36% setting pods. Winter wheat harvest is now 80% done in the U.S., but in Ohio that number is 97% complete. Please visit our website at licensmercantile.com to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
And thanks, Doug. Today's market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. September corn down 5 at 3.88 3/4. December down 4 at $4.10. The August soybeans are down a penny and 1/4 at 9.87 1/2. November down 1/4 cent at $10.11 1/4. September wheat down 8 3/4 at 5.29 3/4. August cattle down 22 at 227.65. August lean hogs down 77 cents at $107.75. This is the Ohio AgNet.